Ready, go. Bam! We're gonna edit this.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's solid.
Okay. Phase separation.
Yeah, talk to me about phase separation.
So phase separation is when water enters or water commingles with ethanol blended gasoline, and the water binds to the ethanol, and then it pulls the ethanol out of suspension from the gasoline. So most stations now, pretty much everywhere, have an E10 blend, ethanol, 10% ethanol. So whenever you get water that enters those tanks, that water will actually bind to the ethanol, and then as the water binds to enough ethanol molecules, or enough water molecules get on those ethanol molecules, they'll get heavy enough and drop out. That causes a few different issues. One is it'll shut down cars because that water is in suspension. It doesn't just go into the bottom of the tank; it goes into suspension. So we're in diesel fuel. If you get water in diesel fuel, it separates very easy. So all the water's on the bottom of the tank. But in the ethanol blended fuel, because the water binds to the ethanol, the water kind of gets sucked up. So all the fuel becomes cloudy, that's water suspended in the fuel, and as it gets into cars, you can shut them down.
And so how does water? So how does water typically get into a diesel tank?
Well, are we still talking about phase separation?
Mm-hmm.
So phase separation only occurs with gasoline.
Okay. So how does water get into gasoline tanks?
There's three ways that water gets into tanks. One is condensation. That's always going to happen. There's temperature differences which cause condensation. That's a slow buildup of a little bit of water over long periods of time. Phase separation doesn't immediately occur from condensation. That condensation has to build up over time, and then usually it's some sort of agitation that will kind of cause the tank to start to enter phase. The second way that water gets into tanks is could be stormwater or groundwater, rain. If the tank isn't tight, over time tanks will shift in the ground. Vent lines shift sometimes too, so groundwater can get into tanks. Come in.
Give you an update.
Yeah.
I talked to Pat about that.
You're on video.
Tallahassee job.
Yeah, I did not email him yet.
Well,